Hello my peculiars and welcome back or welcome to my peculiar corner if you are new here. My name is Andy and here we are at yet another magical encounter. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and that Santa brought you all the gifts you wanted but most importantly I hope you had a lot of fun with your family and your loved ones, and I hope you are all healthy and you didn't get any kind of cold during this period, because I have a sore throat for the last 3 days. So yeah, the weather is a bit tricky this period because we get very low temperatures during the night and during the day it's actually quite nice and sunny. So yeah, just don't forget to dress well. Anyway, Christmas has passed already. It's time flies too fast, to be honest. But we are gonna now continue with our ology series because we have only 2 handbooks left to discover, and today we are going to dive into the history of Egypt with the Egyptology Handbook, a course in the wonders of Egypt by Emily Sands. Yeah, as you can see, this edition that I have here, it's by Candlewick Press, so it's not the one from the UK by Templar Publishing. You can see that it's different and it is exactly the same as the Oceanology Handbook. But anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with the show. Here I am back from the Peculiar Library and ready to present to you this beautiful book. Now, we've already been through the Egyptology, the big book, the encyclopedia. I call them encyclopedias. And we learned a lot about the mythology in Egypt. But this one, as we are accustomed with all the handbooks from the Ology series, it's presented with a lot of homeworks as well. So it's quite interactive. So let's see. Of course, we have a letter right from the very beginning. Emily Sands' Top 10 Wonders of Egypt. Now, you can pause and read them, but I'm going to tell you. So we have the pyramids of Giza, the temples at Luxor and Karnak, the temple of Ramses II, the Cairo Museum, the Valley of the Kings, and then on the back we have the temple of Horus, Edfu, the Step Pyramid, the Colossi of Memnon, the temple of Isis, Philae, and Queen Hatshepsut's mortuary temple. Now you can pause and read about each if you want, but as I know that you love these books a lot, I was thinking that maybe, as I'm going to do with the 1000 Magical Herbs, I'm gonna do a special separate show on my YouTube, show section, let's call it, on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna start going with you thoroughly through all of these beautiful lessons that we have in the books and also in the big ology encyclopedias. So I think that you would enjoy that, so we can read together and so on. Here we have Miss Emily Sands invites you to discover the treasures of ancient Egypt. Special ticket at Meet 1, access unlimited. And here we have all kind of like postcards and booklets from Egypt. Walk like an Egyptian on a rambling Ramesses walking tour of Egypt. Here we have a beautiful illustration. One of the Colossi of Memnon, West Bank, Luxor, built around 1360 BC by King Amenhotep III. Here we have the table of contents. I'm gonna put it closer for you so you can just pause and read. We are gonna go through each as you are already accustomed with this. And here we have a letter from Emily, the Bennu bird, 27th of December 1926. My dearest niece and nephew, I am very sorry that I will not be able to come and see you during the Christmas holidays. I do so look forward to the lovely time we spend together each year. As you know from the postcard which I sent from Luxor, I am having an exciting time leading an expedition that is going up the river Nile in Egypt, looking for a lost tomb. I am traveling on an old-fashioned sailing barge called the Bennu bird. Although we spend most morning visiting ancient tombs and temples, I still have quite a lot of time on my hands. So as well as writing a journal of my expedition, I have written a book to teach you all about ancient Egypt. I expect that I shall be in Egypt until March or April, but if all goes well, it could be longer. I must stop writing now because my boat is just about to dock at Edfu, near the famous Temple of Horus. Do say a big hello to Lady Amanda for me, if you see her, and the mommy and daddy, too. Let them know I shall send a card as soon as I have more news. Your loving aunt, Emily. And here we have a beautiful photograph, and it says that this photograph showed the members of my Egyptology expedition standing in front of the pyramids. Here we have part 1, the history of ancient Egypt. You have a beautiful map here and beautiful illustrations of different sites around Egypt. And here we have the origins of Egypt up to 2650 before Christ. This is lesson 1. And for example, we have some activity here, and it says you can see from the chronology on pages 74 and 75 that ancient Egypt history is divided into 3 main periods: the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom. Here are the names of some important Old Kingdom kings, along with the dates they ruled. Can you put them in order? Oldest first. And here we have the names. Then we have the Old Kingdom from 2650 to 2450 before Christ. And here we have some about that the Egypt's dry sands have kept many secrets over the years. Lift the flaps to excavate these mounds in the desert. And here we have some ancient artifacts from Egypt, and here we have the pyramids, and here we have some activities as we know. Then we have Memphis and Saqqara, beautiful illustrations, the Great Pyramids, and here we have an explanation of what's inside the pyramids actually. Then we have the Middle Kingdom from 2040 to 1700 before Christ. As you can see, we have a visitor today. It's my dragon skeleton here on my desk. My desk is becoming more and more of a desk actually, and it looks like a magician desk, how it should look, right? Now we have lesson 6, pyramid text and tombs. And here we have another activity. This book has a lot of activities. Here we have an ancient Egyptian's tale. Now, as I already told you, we have tales in each handbook, so we are going to go through them. I'm going to read them to you separately on my special story section of this channel, when I'm going to have the time to actually start doing those videos as well. So I have a lot of things prepared for all of you in the new year, but we are going to discuss about that in the future. Now, the New Kingdom from 1550 to 1070 before Christ. Here, for example, an activity, we have design a coin commemorating Cleopatra's reign with her head on one side and an event from her life on the other. So you can even do this if you have a free time. I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Now we have the Valley of the Kings, as we all know, and this we have a beautiful illustration of King Tutankhamen, the mummy mask actually of King Tutankhamen. Here we have beautiful map of Egypt, and it says that this map shows some of the resources of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egyptians also imported many things: wood from Lebanon, ivory from Assyria, olive oil from Crete, and incense from Punt. And here we have part 2, life and culture in the ancient Egypt. Life on the flooding Nile. Eat like an Egyptian. Here we have even a recipe for hummus. That's very nice. As I said, it's very nicely done. It really teaches you a lot about the history, and also has a lot of interactive things that put your brain to work. Here we have dress like an Egyptian, and here we also have an activity, working at a dig. You've uncovered these objects. What are they? Then we have an Egyptian village. Then jobs and work in ancient Egypt. Here again we have a lot of activities. As you can see, there are many activities. Here we have ancient Egyptian workers, fact and myth. Then fun and games in ancient Egypt. Then here we have a beautiful labyrinth. Then travel and trade in ancient Egypt, and more activities. And then palace life. We have the running of the palace, palace riches. Then we have ancient Egyptian warfare. We have some weapons and beautiful illustrations. And this, for example, this is a scene from Ramesses II's temple at Abu Simbel, shows the king single-handedly charging the enemy at the Battle of Kadesh. This battle led to a peace treaty between the Hittites and the ancient Egyptians. Then we have reading hieroglyphs. We have the alphabet here, or parts of it, and here as well. And also we have an activity to translate these names of 19th dynasty pharaohs. Then we have writing hieroglyphs. How nicely done they are. Then we have gods and religion in ancient Egypt. Then, for example, we have another map, and this map shows sites associated with some of the many gods of ancient Egypt. So you can see here, hopefully you can, I'm gonna just put it a bit closer to the camera for you to see. We have, you know, Thoth, Osiris, Hathor, Horus, Isis, Sekhmet, Ra, Bastet. Very nicely done. And then here we have the many gods of ancient Egypt, and we have illustrations of each. And here we have an ancient Egyptian myth, which we are going to read together in a future video. Then we have everyday gods of ancient Egypt. You have them here, and also here you have an explanation of know your ancient Egypt gods. The success of an excavation or even finding the right site may depend on your familiarity with this chart, showing many of the most popular ancient Egyptian gods. Then we have an ancient Egyptian temple, how they were worshipping the temple and everything, the plan of the temple, and this is the temple of Horus at Edfu. Then we have religions, festivals in ancient Egypt, for example, the festival of the beautiful meeting, the Opet festival. Then life after death, as we know, it's very important in ancient Egypt. Then ancient Egyptian mummies. Then we have the burial of a king. Then animal mummies and the Serapeum. As you can see, you know, we know that cats, for example, were very important in Egyptian mythology. Then we have the Amarna heresy. And then we have a chronology of Egyptian history, which again, very nicely done. And, you know, if you manage to learn it, you will know so much about Egyptian mythology. So if you'll travel to Egypt, you will already know so many facts about it. And definitely, I would say that if you plan to travel to Egypt, definitely get this book and even the encyclopedia, because they will help you a lot. Like everyone says, oh yeah, but they are for kids. Well, yeah, but it's also good for adults, because not many people know so many facts about the Egyptian history. Then we have a brief history of Egyptology, a chronology of early Egyptology. Then here we have another letter from Emily to her niece and nephew, and I'm gonna just put it closer and you can just pause and read the letter yourself. And then here we have T.G.H. James. This is from formerly keeper of Egyptian antiquities at the British Museum. And it's for a letter to the reader of the book. And I'm gonna just put it closer so you can again pause and read if you wish. Then, as we are accustomed already, we have some stickers at the end. Now, I did not use any of them, but as you can see, it's a bit different, the format of the stickers. Like we have them, like I will try to open them because they are like the oceanology. So here we have like this, and then you already have seen this, and you open it, and then you have this part as well. Beautiful stickers, as we already know. You know, for example, please knock, Egyptology is at work. This is beautiful. And then we have a postcard. Then we have Tutankhamun, the mask of the mummy, some beautiful, the gods, you know your gods. Here we have some stamps. It's very, very nicely done, I have to say. As always, you know, the ology books never stop impressing us. And then here we have, at the end, Discover the Wonders of Egypt. The story of Emily Sand's ill-fated expedition to find the lost tomb of Osiris was told in her journal, Egyptology. Now a new book written by Miss Sands for her niece and nephew has been discovered. Here in this illustrated course book, Sands offers 30 lessons exploring the history and culture of ancient Egypt that are sure to make you an undeniable expert in Egyptology. Now here it said that it was 13 US dollars, 18 Canadian dollars. But as far as I remember, I ordered it again from Book Depository, and I don't know, probably I paid around 10 euros on it or something like that, or a bit more. But yeah, I was happy to find it new and completely new and intact, with all the stickers in it and nothing missing. I'm going to try and find, you know, links for you, and you are always going to be able to find them in the description, as you already know. Let me know your opinion about this book in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, share, like, comment on my videos. I am always so happy to see your comments and engage into conversation with you in my comments about this beautiful world of ology. But until next week, I want to wish you a happy new year full of health, love and happiness. Thanks again for always being present here on my channel and supporting me in my world of fantasy. And don't forget two very important things in the next year. Stay peculiar, stay magical, always. Bye for now.